Hey, good people. It's been a long time. I want y'all to see this. This garden is a mess. Absolute mess. Okay. So, I didn't think I can get a wetter summer than I had last year, but this summer has taken the cake. So much rain, so much wind, so much of everything. Everything is growing crazy, and also I'm having a whole lot more problems with disease and mold and fungus and all that other kind of stuff than I normally have. So this is going to be really quick. So these are my bell peppers. You guys can see, got some good ones in here. I picked a couple of them off already. The wife wanted some for some spaghetti and some stuff like that, so that's those. Found out that my volunteer tomatoes were actually those yellow pear tomatoes that I actually do not like, but it's all good. A little bit disappointing, but it's all good. You can see has a bunch of those on there. They'll turn yellow and I'll end up cooking them. Jalapenos are doing very well. I already got a bunch of these in the house. I'm gonna grab these soon. I just decided I'm gonna leave these on because the ones I have in the house, I was supposed to pickle them and I didn't get to the pickles yet, and so, you know, I didn't want to just put a whole bunch in the house and have them getting soft and everything. So that's them. My San Marzano tomatoes starting to get ripe on one of them. There's a bunch of them in here. I don't know if you can see all of those. Bunch of them growing. I have basil everywhere. Basil everywhere. With all the rain and moisture, I've had to deal with blight issues, if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can clear that up for you guys. When you see those little dots and stuff, so I've had to cut a lot of my tomato plants back because of the blight issues. Especially the San Marzano, I had a whole bunch of blight. I cut a whole bunch of this stuff off just because I just didn't want it infecting anything else. So I trimmed this whole plant back a lot. So this had to deal with a whole lot of damage. They're called Ajvarski peppers. This is not a prolific pepper, but it's a couple of them on here. So they're supposed to be almost like replacements for bell peppers, but this is not prolific enough for me. I don't know if I'm gonna grow it next year. I might grow it next year. I might just grow it in a different location, maybe up against this wall. It wasn't getting enough sun, especially with all the cloudy days that we've been having. It's been looking like this forever, all summer. It'll get hot and warm for a few days and then it'll come right back to looking like this. Okay, so my zucchini and cabbage. This is where most of my damage has been happening, okay, in this area here. The white powdery mildew is just out of control. And it's hard to fix because, you know, when you're spraying stuff on the leaves, but it's raining every single day, that moisture is keeping the problem. Some of these are looking much better than they were. They had a whole bunch of white on them, and I sprayed a solution of baking soda on them and water, and it cleared up some of them. So now that they look a little bit light like that, but before, this whole plant was looking like this. It was all like that. Now is, you know, you still see it, but it's like little dots now. But I couldn't save my squash plant. I think I just I picked a couple squash off of it today. I think those are probably the last squash that I'm gonna get from this one here. This is also a squash, this plant right here, so I might still get some squash out of this one, but I think this one is done. You can see how that is, and that's okay. Once these things open up, I'm gonna start planting for the fall. This has been very productive. These gigantic these are Japanese long cucumbers. Very productive. I've been picking these all the time, but I will not grow these again. Only just because it's like one of these things, you know, it's going to take me a long time to eat that one, and then you have like a million others growing. Now these are all babies, but it rained so much and I went away also for the weekend that these things have just gotten ridiculous. So I'm not going to do anything with this here. You know, I got some people that I gave some of these to, and they said they like them, so I might just let that one get really fat, even fatter than that, just so the seeds inside can get big, and save the seeds for them. See, I got a few melons growing up there. The other ones, I think we're getting overshadowed by all this wonderfulness here, so by the time I get rid of some of this, I should be able to get some of those to pollinate. This is my red cheese peppers. They get these little, these little ball looking kind of peppers, and they're supposed to be sweet. There's a bunch of them in here. I'm gonna wait till they turn a little bit red before I pick those though. I got lazy, y'all, still haven't picked out these. I just started the seeds inside the house like yesterday. So I am not going to be planting anything out here anytime soon, but I will clean this up eventually. Here's my other tomato. Like I said, I don't think this has been getting enough light, but I do have a few on here. They're pretty small. That looks like the biggest one I have, but it's not that bad. Again, you see, I have to come out here and cut all this blight off and stuff. It's crazy. Again, more basil. My plum tree, y'all, is starting to get some new growth. Remember, I had to cut it all the way back, so that's good. It's not dead. Same thing with my peach. It's got some new growth growing, so it's not dead. That's all I need to see. These are my Amish paste tomatoes, all plant, no fruit. So I definitely think this is probably because of the area that I put it in. It's not enough sunlight over here, and so that was a fail. But that's okay. Again, more basil. Man, look down in there. That is ginger that's growing in there. The closer you get, you can actually smell it. My goodness. So I got ginger and the oddest combination, ginger and rosemary growing in there. This is one of my mints. I will keep this for next year. This is my other mint, which I trimmed back a lot. If you look in the middle, I trimmed all that out. I am going to be keeping this alive as well. My what is this? This is my parsley, curly parsley. Why is it? Oh, see that right there? That's a caterpillar that then came in and ate up all my it might be a couple of them that came and ate up all my curly parsley. I like the curly parsley. I will be growing the curly parsley again. So guys, that's it. It's just a mess out here, super wet. I don't know what's going on. What is this? Hey, this looks like one of those old raspberries. I don't know what that is, but I gotta go. Speaking of raspberries, I am getting raspberries off of this. This is my baby cakes. Plenty of berries coming off of this one, so this is a good location for it. My blackberries aren't doing so well. Actually, I think these are the blackberries and these are the raspberries. I still don't know what's eating on these things, but that's all good. Blueberries had a few berries on them. Pretty tasty. Can't wait till next year or two when they start actually putting off some good stuff. You can see the new growth when it gets dark leaves, and then you see those real lime green looking leaves. All that's new growth. All that new growth coming in. So these are growing very well. I staked them up the last time. So that's it, you guys. I just picked the whole, oh, I didn't show you my pickles. Now these, I'm definitely growing again. My pickle cucumbers, oh yes. These will be grown again. I got a bunch of these, and I haven't cut one of these open yet because I haven't done my pickles. When I do my pickles, depending on how big the seeds are inside of there, that's gonna determine if I grow this alone or if I'm gonna grow these and then also have a separate another separate cucumber. I don't like cucumbers with seeds in them when I'm eating them for like salads and stuff. So, you know, if I cut these open and the seeds aren't that big, then I'm just gonna grow these and them by themselves. These are Kirby's. I love them. You got to look all the way around for these though. There, see, you get these big fat ones hanging at the bottom. I'll take that in the house. Let me just grab it now. We had windstorms and it knocked down my cage, but it's all good. But yeah, so these are, you know, perfect pickle size. What in the world? Perfect pickle size cucumbers. So I'm gonna make spears out of these and make some dill pickles, and I'll have some sweet, I have the regular dill, and then I'll have the spicy dill, which I'll add a little jalapeno to those, and that'll be it. All right, peoples, just letting you guys know I am still in the building, still around. As things die, I will start just planting new things and, you know, trying to do this thing. Look, I'm telling you guys, I haven't watered in a week, and that's unheard of in the summertime. And I'm talking about literally in this whole summer, we're in July, I might have watered out here 3 times. That's how much rain we're getting. So I'll let you guys know when I'm starting to turn over things or when I'm starting to plant new things for the fall and winter gardening season and all that good stuff. All right, peoples, peace out.